All right. Hey, aloha. How's it, everybody? It is a 5 p.m. West Coast time. Let's see, 2 p.m. Hawaii time, 8 p.m. on the East Coast, and 7 p.m. for our Central Time folk. I am Mad Statter. This is Chatter with Statter. Let's get some music started. There we go. All right. Oops. All right. Now our levels are better. So, I hope you guys are having a fun weekend and the booms and explosions aren't driving you too crazy. Hey, PBB Bang, good to see you. Elaine, good to see you. Pussycat, I'm so glad that you got to spend time with your son this weekend, but I'm glad that you're able to spend time with us here as well. All right, so while we've got some of the usual suspects in the house, well, why don't we get the party started? Perfection. So, looks like Rick is here saying hello. Hey, all right. We have got, I don't know what that noise was that I just said, but so anyway, we'll just carry on, shall we? So happy that you guys are here, and I have no idea if what I did fixed it, but I think I fixed my emotes. I think maybe I fixed the emotes. So, if we end up in in an emoticon type of mood, then I might actually see them coming across my face again. I think I did it right, but we'll find out. So, Elaine coming in from Hawaii, nay, and Pussycat bragging about his son. His race team is racing right now in Chicago. Oh, well, wait. He must not be with them if he just left you, right? Or does he race so fast he can time travel, man? Like, wow, man. Oh, PPP Bang, what kind of race did you have in your neck of the woods? I don't know. And one guy died. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Do you do like car racing, stock car, the circular kind? Is it bicycle races, motorcycle races? What kind? Boat races? Actually, boat races are totally a thing this time of year. At least, let's see here. Okay, it was I can't Ima Tren Aho Ajo. Yeah, okay, but motorcycle, that's what we're talking about. Motorcycle races. And okay, you're a Rally Nation, that's what's most common probably. Got it. Good to know. See, we're learning stuff about Finland, you guys. Finland, big on the motorcycle races. Kind of makes sense. I can only assume that motorcycles are just a smidge cheaper in the gasoline, and I know Europe's gasoline prices are, well, you know, not as affordable as ours are in the U.S., and I'll tell you what, the gas prices in the USA aren't very affordable these days. And let's see here, Pussycat. Okay, he works, your son works in the shop and works on the cars. Got it. Okay. And let's see here. You've been on a motorcycle crash as well, and you hate those things. Fair enough. I actually, had a friend who got into a horrible motorcycle accident maybe about a year ago. And oddly enough, he had 20 years prior to that gotten into a horrible car accident. And as it turns out, the world is such a small place. So 20 years ago, he gets into this horrible car accident and basically, dies, has to be revived. He's taken to the trauma center, Harborview Hospital in the Seattle area. It's if you go to Harborview, you've got problems. Like that's the trauma center, right? So there's a nurse on her very first night there who gets this new patient, and it's my friend Mike, actually. So she cares for him throughout very long recovery period, then he leaves. 20 years later, he gets into a horrific motorcycle accident, gets sent back to Harborview Trauma Center because, same flippin' nurse. She was like, "You've got to be kidding me. I know this name. I remember this name. This name was the first, patient I ever had, and here he is again, which doesn't normally happen in trauma centers. So, most of the time, trauma center nurses don't get to treat the same patient twice. So, needless to say, my friend is without a doubt a cat. I think he's gone through 3 lives at this point. So he's still got like 6 left, but he without a doubt is a cat. Yeah, I think we can all agree, right? And let's see here. Right, Andre. Good to see you, by the way, Andre. Yeah, every 20 years we end up in the trauma center to meet up again. Tradition. Exactly. Rick coming in, though. Thank you so much, doing the perimeter checks. I think we've got the YouTube side up. I think we've got the Twitch side up. In theory, we might have some emotes that are able to fly across the screen. I was trying to do some homework today and yesterday to get the stream back into shape because it kind of fell apart there for a minute. But, and in doing so, by the way, yes, see, we've got some, okay, so the forks aren't where I wanted them to be. I don't know how to fix that, but at least we have something, right? We have something. So let's see here. PB Bang, you probably only spent 1. Well, better to keep them up your sleeve because not everybody is a bona fide 9-lived cat. Some cats only get 3 or 4 lives. So if you've already done 1, then you're already, taking a risk. God dang it. See, when I tested out the emotes earlier, I did a bunch of Prel dots and they ended up on my face. Why aren't they going more? Let's see. Oh, well, we'll try and fix that, fix the emotes and the like. So, oh, okay, well, maybe you just need to put more. I don't know what's going on. Oh, does a boom work? No. That was the saddest boom I think I've ever seen, you guys. One little, I mean, don't get me wrong. Beautiful flower. That singular plumeria was quite lovely. But that was not a boom. Oh, that is so funny. This conversation about emotes on my face is very double. I'm trying to feel to it. That wasn't my intention. I truly was fixated on, I was expecting the huge flower burst, and then it was just like this. I'm kind of loving it. Let's see here. And, PPP Bang Rally Finland is coming soon, and OFC, we have a Finnish guy leading the championship. Oh, that's so cool, dude. Yes, rooting for the home team guy. And Darlene, don't even worry about coming in late. Cleaning up the kitchen, though a huge hassle, is satisfying in the long run. And tell me about these peppers. Are they green bell peppers, red bell peppers, yellow bell peppers, a different kind of pepper entirely? What'd you put in them? Rice, beef, pork, chicken? Tell me, because I really love bell pepper, or I love stuffed peppers. I tried to, I went on a stuffed pepper kick, like trying to, because it's a good way to sneak in an extra, chunk of vegetable, right? And cut some carbs maybe or whatever. So I kind of went on a stuffed pepper jive for a little while. And, I learned that I can only do so many cooked red bell peppers. Because boy, oh boy, that heartburn. I never understood, like, how people were just like, oh no, I can't eat that. That gives me heartburn. It's like, really? That just doesn't, oh, never mind. I understand now. I get it. People who hang heartburn is your middle name. Oh God. You know, I know so many people who suffer from that, and I can't even imagine. I mean, I can, because I've had it a few times, and it sucks so horribly awful that anybody who I just am hurting thinking of it. See, Honda, how are you? Right now, I'm just talking about the miseries of heartburn, which is not very fun, but now see, that's a good explosional boom. Now that's the kind of boom we were looking for earlier. Gall dung it. All right, you Raiders, Terry in Scotland, thanks so much for coming in and giving an emote burn. No, not burn, boom. Super awesome to see you, Minute. And let's see here, we have got Gina coming in saying aloha, even though she actually said sloha, which could tell you the truth. Sloha? Really? How have we not thought of this before? Like, I might have to start using sloha. Sloha and goof morning seem like some of the best greetings that you could have. Because it's like, you know, sloha, it's just no pressure, man. It's chill. I mean, it's aloha, but just low-key. Sloha. I like that. I know it was a mistake. I do know. But I like it. I like it. And Pussycat, yeah, exactly. You and me both can't go to Peppertown. It's just not happening. Not happening at all. Okay, cool. See, the emotes are vaguely being thrown about. That does make me happy. So maybe the emote bot needed to get warmed up before it did stuff. Okay, here we go. Picola tea and Gloha for a sunny day. Right. We can do this. And speaking of which, Minute comes in with Happy Sunday all. Or don't you mean Gloha? Gloha? That's right, Gloha. I like that. And Rick, yes, exactly. How's it, Raiders from the Lost Party Bus? And welcome to the chatter day. The chatter hasn't scattered too far yet. We've only really talked about dying and heartburn and stuffed peppers. And actually, it was a very flowing conversation if you were here. And let's see here. Darlene, if the peppers are fully cooked for you, no issues. See, for me, it's just the opposite. If they're raw, it's much less likely to cause the problems. Isn't that funny how everybody's body is just like, no, I don't like it that way. I need it at 102 degrees. 103 ruins the texture, but 99 just isn't hot enough. Yeah, totally. Oh yes, and Rick, that's right. And we talked about race cars and Pussycat. Lono Loha. No, I can't say Lono Loha. That's a recipe for disaster. Lono Loha. I mean, okay, I guess I can say that now that that's a hard one, dude. So what, you would wish them a musical day by that one? I dare you to say that 3 times fast, let alone 5 times fast. Oh, Darlene, yes. And they just, one day we'll get the emotes right. I think there must be an emote setting that I need to go fiddle faddle with. So after the stream tonight, now that I know where to go to fix it, I think I might be able to fix it. That's famous last words in regards to my technology. No, they didn't quite work right, but you did try, and you picked very pretty flowers to try. So, and all we can do is try, because basically that's what this whole stream is about, as we know, is trying, not necessarily getting it right. In fact, on that note, I have got a cute drop that was not made for this stream at all. In fact, it was made for Andy Boomatai's stream. And for those of you who aren't familiar, or forget, or just don't know and wonder, why do we keep talking about this guy, Andy Boomatai? Andy Boomatai is a comedian from way back when, and my show sort of spun off from that. Andy gave me the inspiration to cast my stream to the wind. All of my original people, all of my original viewers and followers came from Andy's thing, because nobody else knew about me. So we have grown beyond Andy, but many of us have Andy in common. And speaking of which, Verity Hunt here, also from the Andy Pigeon, the cult of Andy, as it were, says Andre. And so this was actually made for Andy, but it's all the bloopers. It's the blooper reel, and it's made by C. Honda and her cousins, and we're showing it off here because it is the blooper reel. We're showing it off here because this is all about doing it, and maybe doing it wrong, but sometimes doing it wrong is oh so right. So while we talk about the stuffed bell peppers and the horrifying nuclear false alert in 2018, yeah, that really did happen, PPP bang. We will be giggling at C. Honda and her cousins making funny bloopers. No, they were trying to make a good drop. So, by the way, guys, use this as inspiration to make a drop for this show or Andy's show, because if you don't do it right the first time, you're not the only one, right? Right. So, let's do it. I'm C. Honda.
No, you're not. I'm C. Honda.
You forgot to say your name.
Oh, yeah?
I'm C. Honda.
No, you're not.
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kauai.
I'm C. Honda.
No, you're not.
I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Hawaii.
I'm the real C. Honda.
No, you're not.
I'm Cousin Joy from Nu'uanu Valley.
It doesn't matter who C. Honda is. Just make sure that you keep enjoying the Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Boomatai.
Shaka!
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Oahu.
I'm Cousin Joy Oda from Nu'uanu Valley.
I'm Cousin C from...
Hey, how come you don't say your full name? Your first name?
Okay.
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
And I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Oahu.
And I'm Cousin Joy Oda from Nu'uanu Valley.
And I'm C. Honda.
Are you for real?
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
And I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Oahu.
And I'm Cousin Joy Oda.
Did she say Ono?
No, it didn't go on yet.
Yeah, it is.
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
And I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Hawaii.
And I'm Cousin Joy from Nu'uanu Valley.
And I'm Cousin C. Honda.
Hey, is this for real?
You're just gonna watch.
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
And I'm Cousin Danny. Wait, that one.
What the hell?
I'm Cousin Lynn from Kilauea, Kauai.
And I'm Cousin Danny from Kaneohe, Oahu.
And I'm Cousin Joy from Nu'uanu.
And I'm Cousin C
Hey,
from...
is this for real?
You're just gonna have to watch the show. You are watching right now the Daily Pigeon Live with Andy Boomatai.
right, so there you have it. Proof that perfection doesn't come easily, and sometimes you just have to roll right through it. So, and yeah, Andre, these can be hard. Well, first off, C. Honda and her cousins decided to do the hardest of the hard, right? I mean, a group shoot like that, already you're getting multiple people's opportunities to mess up their lines. But then, they've got the gag bits that they're trying to do, and they're trying not to laugh, and they're trying to stay all 4 of them in one shot that C is clearly holding. Like, that was, it doesn't have to be as hard as they made that. But yeah, more cousins, more problems. Exactly. But at the same time, as difficult as it clearly was, and as much effort as they clearly had to put into it, it still ended up with, even the mess ups ended up silly times, and funny. And here we are laughing at it. So it's a product, it's a successful product, so to speak. I mean, not that I'm trying to commodify art or anything, but it was a successful effort, shall we say. And yeah, totally. Pacola T, you had multiple takes when you did the 3 cows drops. Yes, the no political, the no, or I'm political, and I'm with Miles and Mitchie Mama and you, and I want to say Wild Willie, I think, was there. Yeah, that was a very cute drop, and the cuter the drops are, though, the more difficult. Rick and Darlene are perfect at making the super fun drops. And but Rick, you are right. You can't make a drop like that. You don't know those cousins. That is very true. And so getting inspiration a little bit from excuse me, from the Daily Pigeon, I saw on your website, or not their website, but on the Facebook page for, I think, Daily Pigeon Live, Kevin Frazier, who's a member of that page. I don't see Kevin here very often, but he might be lurking. Anyway, he pointed something out, and given our tendency to ramble on about food, and given it is a holiday weekend where hamburgers and hot dogs and things are common, well, this is not a talk about hamburgers or hot dogs, but this is maybe a discussion we can get in about French fries. So, I don't know if you know about this place, but there's this place in the Philippines, and let's see here. Yep, there's a Philippine-based French fries chain called Potato Corner, and they're expanding to Hawaii. Now, Potato Corner has been around the Philippines and Southeast Asia for a long, long time. And they first moved to the United States. They had a California location as early as 2010. So these are not newcomers, but they are new to Hawaii. Now, Potato Corner is unique in the sense that they really only do potatoes for the most part. I think they do some fried chicken to go with their French fried potatoes. But here's the deal. So, okay, so they do actually, yeah. So they've got, and they've got a baked potato, excuse me. So they've got some chicken tenders, chicken poppers, chicken wings, and then a bunch of different types of French fries-esque. There's your original shoestring fries. You've got your tater tots. You've got your, your curly fries, your waffle fries, your sweet potato fries. And then they've got these things called JoJo chips, which apparently are, let's see here. Yeah, which apparently are French, or homemade French fries. No, not French fries. Homemade potato chips. There's thin slices of potatoes, and they're freshly made potato chips, I guess. And so, yeah, Pacola T, I got excited about JoJo's as well. It's not the JoJo's you're thinking of. Sorry. Pecola T, having been a resident of the Puget Sound area, knows what JoJo's are in the Puget Sound area. And those JoJo's in the Puget Sound area are basically like, sort of like, I don't know, steak fry, wedged French fries that are sort of really long and thick. They're wedges, potato wedges, cut, I don't know, like a potato cut into like 12 wedges or whatever. And then it's like coated in a seasoning and then deep fried. They're very tasty, but that's not what these JoJo's are. These JoJo's are, Rick, you'd love these probably. Rick's weakness is potato chips, for real. No, seriously, these JoJo chips, if they are what I think they are, they end up being like kettle chips. So they're a thick cut potato chip. On the edges, they're super crispy and crunchy like a kettle chip, but the inside is still kind of chewy. Deep fried chewiness. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Oh my god. Oh my god. So flippin' delicious. So, we've got this potato corner that basically has a bunch of sizes of a bunch of different kinds of French fries. You pick the flavor seasoning that you put on the French fry. Right? And so, to explain maybe more, all right, so here's the sizes. They've got a ton. You could have what they call a terabyte of French fries, and apparently in the terabyte you can get multiple flavors. But these are all the flavor seasonings that they have. These are all the flavor seasonings that they have at Potato Corner, and a lot of them are like, you know, to be expected. Nothing surprising about chili cheese or barbecue, truffle, or even wasabi. But sweet corn is a little weird to me. Now, I know for Asian restaurants, sweet corn is not weird, but to me it's weird. But it gets weirder. So, you've got your white cheddar, delicious. You've got your adobo, which is a vinegar soy, delicious. You've got chocolate? You've got chocolate French fries, chocolate French fries, okay. Chili lime, kind of makes sense. Cinnamon, I'm unsure how I feel about that. Maple bacon, okay. Kimchi, once again, not surprising, although I just don't really know. And then we've got cookies and cream. Excuse me? Cookies and cream. These other ones, actually, the honey butter, the ketchup mayo, the blue cheese, the butter garlic, that all sounds kind of normal-ish. And yeah, Andre, we have a potato corner in the closest South Center Mall right down the street from my house. I did not realize that until I was doing some research here. And hey, Jessicuzzy, good to see you. We are talking about this place called Potato Corner. And Potato Corner is basically a French fry place. And they have a whole bunch of flavors. And then the final ones was sweet and sour and spicy cheese. So like a lot of these flavors make sense to me. But like the sweet corn is, I'll tell you what, I just don't like sweet corn. And I know that I'm a outlier with that opinion, but there we have it. And the chocolate confuses me. The chocolate is the one that I think scares me the most. And like the curry one, I'm sure I wouldn't like, but that's just because I don't like curry. I can totally see the logic of putting curry with the potato. I mean, you know. And Pussycat, Ruffles covered in chocolate is a great thing. I agree, but these are not covered in chocolate. These are seasons. These are, let's see here. Let's see if I can get, no, here. Do you see what they look like? Look at those French fries real close right there now. That's my instruction to you right there now. Look at that picture real close. That's not sauce. That's powder. That's so what they do. So anyway, what this place is very popular, so much so that in 2019 in Asia, McDonald's basically started offering the same thing. And so they're called the McShaker fries. And what it is you get an order of fries with a little ketchup-looking spice pack, only it's not ketchup, it's spice. And you put the fries in the McShaker bag and put the seasoning in the McShaker bag, and then you shake it all up, and you get the, you get fries that basically look like this. So I'm just like, chocolate powder? I mean, and yes, I understand they make cocoa powder. I get it. Like, but I just don't know. Like, I just don't know. I just don't know, is all I have to say. I just don't know. And PPP Bang, you think chocolate could be fine, but only if you eat just a few. I would rather, like Picola T was saying, dip your fries in the chocolate shake or something like that. I would rather have a chocolate sauce to dip a French fry in than a chocolate powder. I feel like, right, well, Andre, okay, yeah, a mole sauce. But see, we're not talking sauce, you guys. This is powder. And Terry in Scotland, I would be afraid of the chili lime because sometimes the chili's too hot. But totally, chili lime powder flavor seems really logical because they put that on chips to begin with anyway. Let's see here. Verity Hunt. Orders ready. Who's driving? Yeah, exactly. And and just because once again, dipping it in the chocolate shake sounds delicious. Even coating it in chocolate, but I have to say, what is it? No, wait, here we go. The chocolate powder on top of the French fries. I would try it. Don't get me wrong. I would try it, but I just feel like it would be weird. Rick, do they have Cheeto cheese powder? Well, maybe. Let's find out. All right, so they've got regular cheese powder, but they don't call it, Cheeto. Then they've got chili cheese powder. And then they've got a white cheddar powder. And then what else? Oh, a blue cheese powder. And then a spicy cheese powder. And just because I was just thinking that, try dipping the fries in my Swiss Miss packet. I was actually exactly thinking that. About the chocolate stuff. So, all right, so let's see here. What am I trying to do? I guess we can stop looking at French fries now. So, and Andre, basically, I mean, it is, this is an Asian potato chain, basically. So it is a lot of Asian-oriented flavors, and then Indian-oriented flavors as well, the curries, etc. If you look on a map of where the potato corner is located worldwide, it's definitely Southeast Asia and then some in Africa, parts of Africa. Like, it's a very international, chain, as it were. And Variety Hunt, oh my God, that sounds really weird, and I want it right now. Tuna on French fries with onion and cheese. I have all of those things in my house. Oh my God. I feel like I might know what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. And yeah, that's right. It's not probably the number one dietary thing I should be eating. Tuna on French fries with cheese and onions, but there's a vegetable there. There's some onion. Pussycat, no French fries in your fridge or freezer. I don't have French fries in mine either. It's tater tots, but you always got to have a bag of tots or French fries. Always got to have it. And Terry in Scotland talking to Picola T about Li Hing mango for the win. Picola T, you could probably appreciate this. Terry in Scotland, you probably cannot. Although, actually, no, you probably can from a different perspective. So, every time I go to the bodega down the street, I see a packet of dried mangoes by the cash register, and they're totally covered in lihingmoy. And I grab them, and then I read, and it's not. It's covered in that Mexican, Tajin sauce, or not, spice. And so I have to put it back, because it's a different kind of spice on a mango, and it's not the kind of spice on a mango that I want. And so that tahine, yeah, there we go, tahine, and so I tried to explain to the Asian guy behind the counter, but he was Korean and not familiar with lihingmoy, or else he didn't know that I would know what it was, so he wasn't understanding the word. Anyway, yeah. So lihingmoy mango for the win, but I don't get it very often. Just because fish is good, yeah. Well, if it's good fish, if it's like old, no, it's not good. And let's see here, Bacola tea, did they have onion dip? Well, all right, if you insist, we can go back to the menu. Boop. Okay, so the menu, let's see here. They actually have, they do have dips. They have barbecue dip, buffalo dip, ranch dip, honey mustard dip. Boy, they have sour cream, but I don't know if they've got an onion dip. Now, as far as the flavors go, they've got, it looks like just a sour cream. Interesting. Just a sour cream flavor. I don't see any onion. Well, shoot, gosh darn heck fork. They really missed an opportunity there. I mean, are we the only country in the world that does sour cream and onion? Because, what? And hey, Felicia, good to see you living vicariously through others. No fries for you or ice cream. I can understand that. And yeah, sometimes that's what you need to do. I can tell you right now, there have been so many nights where I knew that it was just yeah, I'm just going to eat some, chicken and rice, or whatever. But instead I go, and that's what I end up eating. But before I do that, I'll go online to DoorDash and I'll look up all of I want a Philly cheesesteak sandwich, and then I'll look at the cheesesteak options. I want a good burger. I want a whatever, and I'll live vicariously through the pictures on the DoorDash menu. And part of the reason why I do this is twofold. First off, to live vicariously with the food, and then also to remind myself how much I am a responsible person for not ordering that stupid overpriced stuff on DoorDash, because oh my gosh, the fees are so expensive. A $5 item turns into a $45 flippin' item, and really, it's usually not worth it. And so, let's see. Fuzzy Cat, you'd be making french fries if you had some. And Darlene, well, here's the deal. I think, hold on. Oop. I feel like that white powder has other seasonings in it, and I want to say that white powder looks like sour cream and onion. But, oop. In the description of our sour cream, powdery flavor, I don't see any mention of onion. And so I just don't know. And so let's see here. What? All right, there we go. Oh, Terry in Scotland, no sour cream there, or ice and Coke, or even Welch's grape jelly for a decent PB&J. That is such a bummer. I mean, I guess it's for good, because I'm guessing there's reasons why some of the things aren't available. Andre, thank you for gifting a sub to Medium 7-Up. But I'm guessing, Terry, some of the reasons why things aren't available is because, Welch's grape jelly... hell, yep, that's why. That's why right there. Does Welch's grape jelly have some kind of food additive, corn syrup, or dye that is illegal in the UK? Because I know that, like, a lot of stuff, like, I feel like Ritz are illegal in, like, Norway or something, because they've got trans fatty something or others and stuffuses. So, I'm wondering why, you know, I'm guessing, you know, there's, like, you know, a legal reason why you can't get the good stuff there. Because as far as they're concerned, it's the poisonous bad stuff. And let's see here. Puzzycat, they hate orders under $10. They don't care because they don't get a big tip if you order from anything like DoorDash. Yeah, well, no, and normally if I'm going to order DoorDash, trust me, I make it worth my while. It's no $5 order. I was just using the $5 mark as like a little bit of an exaggeration, but it's pretty amazing the fees that add up. I mean, you know, like a $17 sandwich can turn into a $30 sandwich in the blink of an eye. And, you know, that's twice the price. So let's see here. Rick on a hunt for the sriracha. I have sriracha in my, does sriracha go bad? Or does sriracha, like, does it ferment or get better with age? Does it get better with age, I guess? Because I have some sriracha that has been in my fridge for over 10 years. And I will happily, part with it if it won't kill you. Just Scuzzy, excellent. You got your wife and you got tickets for Andy's show, so you'll absolutely be there on the 19th. That is so awesome. Just Scuzzy, which show did you get, the 6 p.m. show or the 9 p.m. show? I mean, it doesn't matter because I'll be there at both, but I'm just wondering. Just Scuzzy, I should toss the old sriracha. Okay, I don't eat it, which is how it, you know, got there. Okay, the 6 p.m. show. Got it. Excellent. Felicia, preservatives do not increase our shelf life. No, not our shelf life, but apparently, and this is kind of gross, and I don't know if it's true, but apparently, like in World War I, they could tell which dead soldiers on the field were Americans because our bodies decomposed just a little bit slower. They stayed a little bit fresher, like, you know, than their European counterparts. I don't know if that's true. Totally could be a wives' tale, but I have absolutely heard that before. I mean, a lot of times I've heard that before. So much so that I assumed it was a fact until I just went to go share it now and realized you really don't know if this is true or not. You have no footnotes. You have nothing to prove. You have no references, so to speak, to support this theory of yours. So, yeah. It's what I heard. It's what I heard before the internet, back when all the rumors were true. And, in World War I, they did not have that many preservatives. Well, maybe it was World War II. I don't know. It was sometime when people were dying in large numbers. And I know that World War I was an ugly mess, so I just sort of went with that. But like I said, could very well be false. Very well be false. All right, so I have a bunch of other stuff that I was going to talk to you about. But I think we're going to have a Lono listening break, and then we'll talk about two other things. One of them is, one of them's good news, and one of them's like, oh, it's kind of a bummer, but it's low-level bummer. So let's take our Lono listening break, and then have some good news, and then have a low-level bummer. That'll be the plan. That's the plan. We're going to do it. Boop.
Oh, Anue Kea, this night, Rainbow. Pio, Ke Aluenue. This is the first time that I've seen you. I feel the misty cool rain upon my skin. And dreams become real, for you are near. Oh, no, this night, Rainbow.
All right, there we go. Indeed, Pussycat, Lono music does heal your soul. It is definitely healing tunes for me as well. I do enjoy a good Lono song. No matter my mood, I can pick a song that is just gonna work with it. I don't know if you guys are hearing Angry Birds. I'm not sure if the mic is picking them up. They are right outside my front door. I thought I could keep the front door open to get a cross breeze. But my cats, I guess, are outside in the front yard. The crows are, I'm 99% sure I have crows that nest in my front yard trees. And at this time of year, they've got their little birds that are kind of learning to leave the nest and not quite fly yet. Which means my cats are under constant threat and attack from the parents. And clearly the cats and the birds are having a discussion right now. No bird sound, says Pussycat. Fantastic. Let me tell ya. Yeah, see, Honda, you thought I meant the game Angry Birds. No, this is National Geographic. No, what is it? The American, the Omaha's Mutual of Omaha's wildlife special going on in my front yard right now. And Pussycat, Leo will get them. Leo is not, no, he won't, because Leo's smart enough not to. Leo is nowhere to be found. I know it's my cats because I can hear them. The last thing you really want is a cat to attack a crow. I know this from experience because, you see, before I moved into my house, I lived with another crazy cat lady, and between the two of us, we at one point had 5 cats. Well, okay, shut up. I had 4 cats, she had 1 cat. Between the two of us, we had 5 cats. Her cat made the misfortune, or I don't know, her cat killed the crow. And ate the crow. Shared it with the possum. I watched it happen. That crow had a partner. And that partner held a vendetta against that cat for years. That crow would fly and dive bomb and attack the cat whenever the cat went outside. The cat, being an obnoxious little brat who had no sense of fear, would climb to the highest point that he could and scream at the crow as the crow is dive bombing him. Basically, he's screaming, "Come and get me, come and get me," and the crow is just like, "My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure." The crow did eventually end up stabbing him in his forehead and just leaving a huge gash. He's very lucky he didn't lose an eye. But even after that attack, he had no fear of that crow. He didn't care. It's like, "I ate your husband and I'll eat you too," or "I ate your wife and I'll eat you too." I would wake up in the morning and that crow would be sitting there just looming in the tree, just watching our backyard, waiting every single day until I left. And I'm sure after I left, it still continued to happen. But that crow held a grudge. And it was just the singular crow. It wasn't like he told his other, I mean, I'm sure all the other crows around knew, but they weren't the ones holding the grudge. And it was kind of spooky. Yeah, it almost sounds like a Game of Thrones. It really was every morning. And he would sit in the same spot of the same tree. And so I'd open my curtain and my eyes would just directly go to him every morning. And every morning he was there watching our yard. And the moment that my roommate's cat went to the backyard, he would start dive bombing him. His whole life revolved around that cat after his partner died. So my point is, I don't want any of my cats to be killing any kind of crow. No. And Pacola T, which one was the crazy cat lady? Depended on the day. And exactly, see, Honda, crows are smart and they teach their kids to recognize you. That is exactly it. That's why it's like, I don't know. I only know that it was one that kept doing it, never two. So I don't think he tried to teach, but I wouldn't be surprised if they all knew why that crow had a problem with that one. And so let's see here. Verity Hunt. Yeah, crows learn, remember, and teach their young. Who's on the list? Yeah, at University of Washington, we have a crow specialist, and they did that same type of experiment where they would wear a Bigfoot mask and harass the crows, and then wait a few years, and a long time, more than a few years, and then don the Bigfoot mask again, and the crows would freak out again, even though in theory all the crows that they initially harassed would have been long dead by now. They still, the generations knew about the tale of the Bigfoot mask jerk that we all hate. Why do we hate him? Because we were told to hate him. That's why. Exactly. Precisely, Fuzzy Cat. That is exactly what the crow was saying. I'll share you with the possum. Yep. And Andre Bigfoot keeps wondering why he gets attacked by crows. Poor Bigfoot. He gets caught in the crossfire, the innocent one caught in the crossfire. And hey there, John Bass, good to see you from Florida. Not too many crows around your place. No, well then, your cats will probably not be harassed by them like my old roommate's cat was. And Terry, one of your neighbors had a crazy bird trying to fly into their kitchen window every morning. Their bird thought there must be some sort of force field involved. We had a bird do that too at my office. And yeah, we still couldn't figure out, 2 years in a row, this same bird would come and just the only thing you could think of was he thought it was another bird and he was trying to be aggressive with it. His own reflection or something. I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen birds do it and I was just like, oh, birdie, stop giving yourself a headache. And yeah, Pussycat, John, I don't know how close you guys are, but, yeah, we have bona fide 2 Florida men in the stream right now. I don't know if you guys should batten down your hatches or get out the beers and party, but we've got 2 Florida men. Now, we don't have a lot of crows in Florida, apparently, and I know that you don't have this in Florida because this is our neck of the woods. Our neck of the woods, we have got these things called southern resident orcas. That's right, we haven't talked about the orcas a whole lot. And if you're new here, you might not have ever heard me talk about the orcas before. So I'm going to briefly sum up things, very briefly. But in the Pacific Northwest, we have a couple different types of orcas. And in the Seattle area, we specifically have 2 types of orcas that like to hang out here. It's the southern resident orcas and the Biggs transient orcas. The southern residents eat salmon, the Biggs transients eat seals and other marine mammals. The Biggs transients are not who we're talking about right now. Right now we're talking about the southern residents. The southern residents can be broken up into 3 main pods: J-pod, K-pod, L-pod. And those are the pods that hang out in the Seattle area. They eat the salmon. Well, L-pod, just recently this year, it has been confirmed, L-pod just had 2 babies. And it's like the first baby, I think, since like 2000 and let's see, I don't remember. But it's the first baby, I think, for many, many years, over 5 years. And so they've got 2 babies. These are the pictures. It's L127 and L126. They don't know if they're boys or girls yet, but they are very excited about these 2 excuse me, these 2 calves because the L-pod is even though it's got 34 whales in the L-pod now, and it is the largest pod, it is the pod that is reproducing the slowest. And so we've got some pictures here. Let's see here. Shock. Oh, are you 1 hour late? Oops. No, well, I mean, I guess you might. I mean, first off, no, you're not late. Nobody's ever late. Second off, no need for oops. Third off, I'm super stoked you could be here. But yeah, Saturdays it's 6 o'clock. Sundays it's 5 o'clock. Wednesdays it's 4 o'clock. Why? Because I hate you. That's right. I hate all of you and I hate all of your schedules. I want to make this as difficult as possible. That's not really true. I don't hate anybody, but I do recognize that the times that I'm on are impossible to keep track of, so I do not hold it against anyone when they cannot remember. And so this though, okay, so we've got back to the orcas, right? Okay, so we have got these little orcas, but here we go. Boop. Here are only some of the orcas from the L-pod. I actually got I actually have a 20-page PDF document outlining each of the southern residents, which pods and whose their moms is, etc., etc. But this is, I'm not going to share with you the entire 20 pages because you don't need the entire 20 pages. Here's the 2 pages that matter, okay? So on the right-hand page, you have got, you can see let's see here, what is it? L119, and she's in the, her name is Joy, and she is in the picture of the 4 that's like halfway down the page or whatever. And L119, she's the one who gave birth to L126. And then near the top of this page, we've got Calypso, and Calypso is L94. And she's on the right-hand side of the page, of the singular whale, not the 2 at the very top, but the next one down. That's Calypso, L94, and she gave birth to L127. And so those are the moms. The moms here are on the right. The new moms are here on the right side. Joy, L119, and Calypso, L94. But the reason why I showed you the page on the other side, on the left-hand side, Ocean Sun is L25. And Ocean Sun is the suspected mother of the whale that they're going to release from the aquarium in Florida. Tokite. I know I'm saying that wrong. Apologies for that. But the whale that used to be known, is Lolita, but now is known as Tokita. She is going to be moved to the Salish Sea, and she is 50 years old. And Ocean Sun, L25, is estimated to be 97 years old. And that is the mother of the last remaining wild-caught orca living in captivity in the United States. All the other orcas that are living in captivity were not wild-caught. And so, Ocean Sun is the oldest one of the L-Pod, and they estimate about 97 years old. So Lolita is over 50, so her mom's getting up there too. So yeah, these two pages of some L-Pod members are the new moms and the important moms, and so I just thought that that would be a fun little thing to share with all y'all, because we do talk about the orcas here on Chatter with Statter every once in a while, and this is a brand new development. In fact, just a week ago, I had heard that they had identified one new calf in the L-Pod, but just a day ago, I got word from a Canadian publication about the second calf that they had identified. So basically, late breaking news, 2 of them now. So there we have it. And yes, Andre, 97 is old, even for an orca. Yeah, and so we definitely are hoping that that they can get her daughter back into her homeland waters, and even if we cannot get her reunited with her pod, perhaps at least a visit with her home pod, hopefully with her mother still in it, is still, in the cards, basically. So that is the good news. Now the low-key, it's kind of a bummer, dude, news has to do with something we talked about a few weeks ago. I don't remember when, and it doesn't really matter when, but that's right, but we're gonna watch this first.
There's a cry across the heartland, a yearning for the days gone by. And in little old Corden, Indiana, they're happy and they'll tell you why. They got butt drugs, they love butt drugs, butt drugs, butt drugs.
I love butt drugs.
I recommend butt drugs for everybody.
I can always count on butt drugs.
When I think drugs, I think butt drugs. For all my health needs, I turn to butt drugs.
You want hometown service and cheap hot coffee and liquor. Now that's the ticket. You can tell Walmart, CVS, and Walgreens exactly where to stick it. Butt drugs.
We love butt drugs.
Butt drugs won't let you down.
Free parking in the rear. I love butt drugs.
Well, it has been the butt of jokes for years, but this time there is no joking. Southern Indiana's Butt Drugs is closing.
WDRB's Katrina Nickel tells us why the pharmacy decided it's time to end the longest running joke in Southern Indiana.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Corden staple Butt Drugs, known for its milkshakes and other ice cream treats, is closing its doors this month after 71 years.
What more fun can you get than having a butt shake on a Saturday afternoon?
Pretty soon, the ice cream machines will stop running.
There's not many places like this anymore.
The butt liquor shelves, Butt Drugs mugs, t-shirts, magnets, and actual drugs will be wiped clean.
Butt was the given name, you know, so you make it what it is. You make life what it can be. Have fun with it.
Third-generation owner Katie Butt-Becker notified employees and customers this week of the store's closure.
It was one of the hardest decisions I've ever made.
Butt-Becker says small drug retail stores are slipping through the cracks as insurance companies have reimbursed less and less over the years.
The small independents we can't sustain when we're at their mercy.
And while saying bye-bye to Butt Drugs and final hellos to customers even mid-interview.
The thing of it is, though, hey, Gary,
can feel like a kick in the pants. She's looking in the rear-view mirror with 71 years of endless butt jokes, some even gaining national attention.
They got butt drugs. They love butt drugs.
And celebrating the business her grandfather started in 1952.
Even though this kind of feels like a premeditated funeral, we want to look at it as a celebration of life because there's not too many businesses that have actually been here for 3 generations.
But, and there's always a but, Butt-Becker says a store bearing the Butt last name in the future isn't off the table.
This store will be closed permanently until we find a new idea or something different, a new niche.
And your last chance to walk out the rear door of Butt Drugs will be April 29th. In Corden with photojournalist Greg Shapker, Katrina Nickel, WDRB News.
So, like I said, low-key bummer. And let's see here. Rick, I did not count the butt metaphors, but Jock just did come in with probably one of the best ones. Oh, but exactly. Butt lickers, how did they get away with it? I know, Rarity, it's hysterical. Right, now, C. Honda, you asked, are those actors or real customers? A little bit of both, the commercial was started, or was, the commercial was made by an internet duo called Rhett and Link. Rhett and Link actually were a performing musical comedy act for a few decades now. They have a YouTube show called Good Mythical Morning, and they've had plenty iterations of internet whatever. So I'm not sure if Good Mythical Morning was the show that they had when they did this, but no pun intended. Here I actually have the story behind the making of that commercial, and yes, some of them are indeed locals. So let's watch Rhett and Link from Good Mythical Morning talk about the making of that butt drug video.
Butt drugs. Butt drugs.
I love local commercials.
As we were looking through the thousands of nominees over at ilovelocalcommercials.com, there was one business in particular nominated by Kimberly in Corden, Indiana, that kind of stuck out to us. Butt drugs.
I think it's pretty obvious why we chose Butt Drugs. Because of the beautiful storefront.
Okay,
We all know that we chose Butt Drugs because we couldn't resist making a commercial for a place called Butt Drugs. It just seemed too easy. Shortly after arriving, we met Katie Butt and learned that the Butt family clearly understands that their name is ripe with comedic possibilities. Sorry.
Well, we have free parking in the rear. Okay. It used to be on the side. And I am Katie Butt Beckworth with no hyphen.
So not only did you have an opportunity to maybe lose the butt if you wanted to, you not only didn't do that, but you've gone the other way and said, you know, I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna put it front and center.
Right.
Embrace the butt.
And we even got to meet the nominator.
I love butt drugs.
See, there you go.
Yes, people love Butt Drugs. That would be the simple message of our commercial. The fact that there's a place called Butt Drugs and people love it seemed like enough for a terrifically bad local commercial.
I love butt drugs. One more. I love butt drugs.
And here's a note for all you aspiring local commercial producers. You can't beat the cheesiness evoked by random head turns. The slower, the better.
Okay. Small. Action. Put your coffee up, Mom. Action.
Of course, we had to make our traditional cameos.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I kind of like that. I feel like maybe we should comb our hair down or something.
Yeah, I kind of feel like my hair's up too high. Midstream in this commercial shoot, we realized that we need to change our look a little bit. I mean, we got on the smock, the name tag, but this hair, especially my hair, is just totally inappropriate for a pharmacist.
Conveniently, there was a hairdresser right across the street. She broke the grease out and transformed us.
New haircut, courtesy of Shears. And of course, you're making a commercial for Butt Drugs. Who would be the best person to style your hair for the shoot? A woman named Booty, perhaps.
He's not kidding. We can't make this stuff up.
And then it was time for a jingle. Butt Drugs.
Butt Drugs. Butt Drugs. Are we in the right place? Yeah.
I love local commercials.
Butt Drugs. Butt Drugs. Butt Drugs.
All right, so that is the story behind that. And so now you know that if you thought you recognized Rhett and Link, you totally did. And that's a little story behind the commercial. And that is the real deal story is the store has, I believe, closed down in April, so a few months ago. And for those of you who weren't here the first time I brought this topic up, Corydon, Indiana is actually where my dad grew up. And I've actually been to Butt Drugs. I thought it was hysterical. I'd never heard of it before I went to Corydon. And Corydon's a very small town. Was the very first capital of Indiana, but has since moved. But yeah, oh no, what's going on? Let's see here. Elaine says, oh no, what happened? That doesn't make me feel good. And Verity Hunt said, whoa, that doesn't make me feel good. I don't know what I did. Oh my gosh, wait, what? Elaine, Too Many's, is it not on YouTube? Oh, you know what? I'll bet you I'm gonna get a copyright strike. What just happened is I'm gonna get a copyright strike. They're gonna cut part of that, and we're gonna have to pretend like it never happened. So YouTube has some interesting ideas about how to deal with, yeah, Darlene. Yeah, everybody, move to Twitch or wait it out. YouTube should be back soonish. Once YouTube figures out I'm done with breaking the rules, they are gonna, I don't think it has anything to do with the BUTT word, actually. I think it has everything to do with, they figured out, Rhett and Link probably have the that clip under some sort of, you know, copyright protection. YouTube picked it up, and when YouTube picks up copyright infringements happening live, they just cut the stream, and then once the computers figure out it's no longer I'm no longer being a bad girl, they will probably restart the copyright stream, or excuse me, the YouTube. Yep, see, YouTube back live. Yeah, YouTube figured out that I was done being a rule breaker, and so this is one reason why when Statterbox at the Cinema decides to be a rule breaker on Saturday nights, we don't go through YouTube. We only stream through Twitch. Like, literally, this is why the Saturday. So not only is the stream timing all cockywumpus, we've got a 6 o'clock show, we've got a 5 o'clock show, we've got a 4 o'clock show. But the 6 o'clock show is only shown on one of the streams, Twitch, because YouTube will just be like, oh girl, you are gone. Your fam has got to go. We can't have none of this. That's against the terms of service. They're gonna be all up in my business. So that's why on Twitch, on Saturdays, we have a workaround so far. Shh, don't tell anybody, and don't tell them on the internet. And let's see here. Rick, I need to make it editorial comments on YouTube video clips for broadcast quality. And on YouTube stinks. Yeah, YouTube definitely has some problems, but back with the butts we are. All of the platforms have their sticky wickets, shall we say. Twitch banned me for 3 days outright, which was kind of a harsh stroke of reality. So, you know, they've both, I've been on both their naughty lists, shall we say. And dang, it's 4:20 a.m. your time, PB Bang. Yes, I bet it is. Monday morning has come so soon for you, and I hope you don't have anything planned for Monday, because it's a Monday. Exactly, PB Bang. If you had a job, you'd never be able to be on my stream. Exactly. Oh, most people have their summer vacations now? Wow, that's right. You live in a country that does that. That's awesome and weird, because we don't have that here on any level. Not the most of the people, not the usual time, not the nothing, but but you know, though, I don't think, even if I said I'm editorializing about this, that, and t'other, I don't think that would matter, because I think Andy even got YouTube cut out for him for a quick minute when him and James were editorializing some things and stuff. And so yeah, I think it's just a quirk of circumstances with YouTube. Speaking of Andy and James, I don't think anybody here is from Hawaii Island. But if anybody here is from Hawaii Island and you saw Andy and James last night, or have we heard anything about the show last night? I saw a couple pictures, but I'm just curious. Was it funny? I mean, I know it was, but I was just curious how it went. And let's see here. Verity, exactly. I think Monday is sort of a national sick day. Precisely. Well, especially this Monday. I mean, this Monday is the worst Monday to go to work because it's just like, can't be. Tuesday I'm gonna get off. Why do I have to go the one day before this? No, can't we just have a 4-day weekend? No, apparently we cannot. And so let's see here. A supermoon is 10% larger than normal. Yeah, aren't we getting a supermoon pretty soon? Or didn't we already? No, wait. When is the supermoon, Pussycat? And PPP Bang, it was raining so hard this whole weekend in the entire country. Oh, I wish it was raining hard here in our country. Our air quality would be better, and then the dry spots would be wet. Because on Tuesday, which is the 4th of... When Tuesday hits the USA, that's our 4th of July, and I'm sure you probably know, just because we force it down everyone's throats, we like to celebrate by shooting off fireworks. And shooting off fireworks during the driest part of the year is absolutely a good idea. Except for when it's not. Okay, there we go. Supermoon is early Monday morning, so start looking tonight. Okay, I thought it was happening pretty soon. I could not quite remember. So yeah, if you can see the moon there, PPP Bang, where you're at, it might be super big, because you're already maybe in the moon time, or close to the moon time, maybe? I don't know, because the sun is probably out where you're at. What am I talking about? The sun is totally out where you're at, duh. 4:20, the sun is, or at least it's thinking about coming out, because it's coming out, yeah, it's coming up at 4:20 down where I live. So Option, so good to see you. The super duper moon is coming up in just like 12 hours from now or something. So so tonight, early in the morning, Rick won't see it because they got a lot of smoke in the Wisconsin air, but you might be able to. Option, I don't know what Hawaii's weather's like. I think, I'm looking out the window, I think that I might be able to see it because it's not cloudy today. At the moment. At the moment. So, all right, you guys, we have got about 5 minutes left on the stream, and so I would like to see if I can find what I'm looking for. I can. And let's see here. eMusic, we've been having lots of rain. It cleaned out our smoky skies. Oh, fantastic. See, that's, yes, that is beautiful. It sounds like Rick, though, might not have gotten the exact same rain that you got, though. Rick and eMusic live vaguely in the same area-ish, and I use that term really loosely. And let's see here. Andre, yeah, you've got a fancy pants camera. You've got a tripod. And your camera apparently has a moon setting. Yeah, it sounds like tonight you've got to go see. You've got to go see what if it works out for you. And then let's see here. Yeah, exactly. eMusic, you're way up north from Rick. Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm using the term close very loosely. But in the scheme of Stouterbox crew folk, you and Rick and Darlene are probably the closest in proximity to another-ish. Some of the closest. But actually, I can't say that for certain, because there could be people lurking here that I don't know where they live. And Andre, thank you so much for gifting that sub to Just Scuzzy. For 2 months in a row now, Just Scuzzy has had access to all of the emotes that I'm eventually gonna get fixed. And so yes, Felicia Nichols getting out of the stream because it is time to wind it up. But before we wind it up, I just want to let you know, for once, I decided way ahead of time, this Saturday, Stouterbox at the cinema, we're going to watch Spanglish. We're We're gonna watch. It's got Adam Sandler in it and other people too. But Spanglish is what we're gonna be watching. It's a cute family film, and there we have it. And yes, eMusic, I thought that that Aware might be closer to Rick and Darlene once I thought about it. But since she's not here right now, I pointed the finger at you. And so let's see here. So it looks like Pussycat and Andre are having a conversation about the races. And Pussycat's like, nope, they didn't get canceled. They ran in the rain. All right, so there we have it. Racing in the rain in Chicago, even though there was sort of floods. Maybe, maybe not. And let's see. Oh, also, to remind all y'all, no Daily Pigeon Live podcast on Monday or Tuesday. I'll be back on Wednesday, and so will Andy. That has nothing to do with anything. That's a coincidence. But Wednesday, 4 p.m. Wednesday. 4 p.m. Wednesday, West Coast time. Chatter with Statter, and we will see each other there. All right, so enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you in a couple days. All right, y'all. Have a good one.